my channel, everyone. Hi, my name is Ronnie, and I'm feeling much better. Still have a little bit of a cold, still coughing a little bit, but for the most part I feel much better. So today we're going to do something a little different. A few years ago, my daughter had an American Girl doll along with 3 of my nieces. They got them for Christmas and wanted me to make them clothes. So I've made them several different items, mainly socks, boots, shoes, winter warmers. That's what we're making today, is winter warmers. You have your ear warmers. You have your leg warmers. And you have your wrist warmers. Yes, they are tiny, but I'm going to teach you how to do it. So let's set this aside. You will need a pair of scissors and a darning needle. I'm using a 5mm hook, but that's because my stitches are really tight. If you make yours loose, you may want to go down to a 4mm. You may use any kind of yarn you like, but I'm going to use turquoise today. Just a minute. Okay, so we're going to start with the ear warmers. So we're going to make a slip knot. And we're going to chain 50. 1, 6, 7, 50. So now you need to we're going to make a loop. So pull on your yarn, make sure you don't get it all crooked, and slip stitch into the very first chain. Now we're going to chain 2 and place a half a double crochet in that same exact space. And then we're just going to place 1 half a double crochet in each stitch around until we come back to the beginning. You may do yours how you want, but I am going to use the back bumps. So just place 1 half a double crochet in each stitch around. Okay, once you get around, you need to slip stitch in the first half a double crochet. For the next 3 rounds, you need to chain 2. The chain 2 does not count as anything. Half a double in that same space, and then place 1 half a double in each stitch around for 3 rounds. You should have a total of 4 rounds when you're done. When my 3 rounds are done, I'll be back to show you what's next. Don't forget to slip stitch into the first half a double at the beginning of each round and chain 2. Okay, I've made it to my last stitch, And now I'm slip stitching into the beginning of the first half double crochet. Now you need to chain one, and if I can find what I did with my scissors, there they are. Go ahead and fasten off and weave in your ends, and I'll be back when that's done. Once you get your ends weaved in, let's zoom out a little. Now you need to take it and turn it right side out. And there's your ear warmers. I don't have very many pictures of the things I've done with the 18-inch dolls or / American Girl dolls, but I do have a picture of her wearing the ear warmers, well, the winter warmers. So I will place a picture here with the doll in the ear warmers. Okay, now we're going to work on these itty bitty mini gloves. These are fingerless gloves. So let's get to it. First we need a slip knot, and you need to chain 13. Once you have 13, you need to make sure your chain is straight and slip stitch into the very first chain. We're going to chain 2 and half a double in the same exact spot. So now we need to place 1 half a double crochet in each stitch around. Once again, I'm using the back bumps, but you can do it however you like. This part is a little tricky and sometimes takes some time, so I'll be back when my first round is done. Okay, I'm back to the beginning. We're going to slip stitch into that very first half a double crochet. I do have to apologize. My daughter is playing games. She gets a little loud sometimes, so if you hear voices in the background, that's her screaming and yelling. Now back to the fingerless gloves. Chain 2 and half a double crochet in the same spot, and half a double crochet 1 time in each of the next 3 stitches. Chain 2, skip 2, and half a double crochet 1 time in each of the remaining stitches. Once you get to your last stitch, your last half a double crochet, slip stitch into the very first half a double crochet. one more row, chain 2, half a double crochet in the same stitch, and then half a double crochet one time in each of the stitches around. When you come to the chain 2, 2 half a double crochets go in there. When mine is finished, I'll return. Okay, I've made it to the end. I've woven in all my ends, and now what we need to do is turn it right side out. And there is your little fingerless glove for your doll. Oops. You do need to pause here and make your second one. I think they're so cute. I do have a picture of the American Girl doll wearing a pair of fingerless gloves. It's not the same color, but I will place that here. Okay, now next is the leg warmers. Make a slip knot, put it on your hook, and chain 18. Make sure your chain is straight and slip stitch into the very first chain. Chain 2 and make a half a double in that same stitch. Once more, you can do this however you want, but I'm going to use the back bumps. And I'm going to place one half a double crochet in each stitch around. When I get to the beginning, I'm going to slip stitch into the first half a double crochet. Then I'm going to do one more round of one half a double crochet in each stitch around. Don't forget to chain 2 and slip stitch into the very first half a double crochet. When I get my 2 rounds done, I'll be back to tell you what's more. Okay, once you have your 2 rounds done, now we're going to do something a little different. We're going to chain 3 and place 2 double crochets in the same space. We're going to skip 2, and in the third stitch we're going to place 3 double crochet. Skip 2 chains, and in the third stitch place 3 double crochets. Skip 2 stitches and place 3 double crochets in the third. Whoops. Skip 2 stitches and place 3 double crochets in the third. skip 2 stitches and place 3 double crochet in a 3rd stitch. And then slip stitch into the top of the 3rd chain. Chain 3. Place 2 double crochets in the same space. For the next 5 rounds, well, no, we already did one. For the next 4 rounds, we're going to do this granny square pattern until you have a total of 5 rounds. So now into the little spaces, you will make 3 double crochet. When you get to the beginning, slip stitch into in the top of the chain 3, then chain 3 and place 2 double crochet in the same stitch and repeat around. When my 5 rounds are done, I will return. Oh, sorry about that. My tape will slid. Scared me half to death. Okay, now you should have something that looks like this. Excuse me. Now we're going to chain 2 and place a half a double crochet in that same stitch. And then we're going to place a half a double crochet in each stitch around. We're going to do this for 2 rounds. Once you get to the end, fasten off and weave in your ends, and when mine is finished, then I'll return. Okay, once you get that done, you need to turn it in right side out. And this is what you should have. You do need to stop here and rewind and make your second one. I do have a picture of the doll in the leg warmers, and I will place it here. So there you have it. Winter warmers for an 18-inch doll or an American Girl. You can make these for littler dolls. And I tried several different times, but I just couldn't get my fingers to work with the tiny little yarn and the tiny little hooks, so I didn't make it for any other sizes. But I hope you like this video. If you would like to see how to make boots and shoes and socks, I do have a few videos, or not videos, but I do have a few patterns that I would be glad to make for you. So please leave me a comment telling me whether you would like to see those videos. I might just go ahead and make the videos anyway. I'd like to thank all my new subscribers. I would like to thank my returning subscribers. Please like and share my video if possible. And if you're new here, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of my magic here at Cuckoo Crazy Crochet. Be safe. Bye.